Okay, so Paul just drive in. And as we said, the danger is now that if he can create half a yard there, he can get that shot away, which we don't want. Realistically, bring it back to here, Paul. If Andy can get that pressure on a little bit higher up the pitch, around about this area, this might be the place where we're going to say, okay, so instead of showing him the line by coming in this way and going there, and then we've got cover in this position, it might be this time that we get here and we're going to try and show him infield. Why might that be a good thing? Ideally, so what principle we're trying to look at? Could be a little bit of delay, okay? Might want him in here. Okay, so as that ball goes over and Andy presses, he's dropping into here. Yep, you can just take a little half yard in. And again, we're looking to shift them either sideways or backwards to try and delay that attack. We don't want them penetrating. Okay, we don't want them coming inside when they're in this area because they can get a shot away. But if they come inside here, and I've seen Paul's left foot this week, I've seen Big Luke in goal, I'm confident that with a left foot strike from here, the keeper will deal with it if you hit the target. Okay, so I'm happy enough that he comes inside here because we've got traffic, we've got players in here that can potentially win the ball. Okay, just move it back, shift to the other side, just adjust to it, and Kieran's automatically done it. Okay, he's moved into there because it's worst case scenario. We don't want them playing, okay, sort of through here. We would rather that they go backwards, okay, just to try and delay the attack. All right, if the ball manages to go into the front man, because that will be something that will try and do, defenders react. Okay, I'm happy with Andy at the minute because he's trying to give us a little bit of depth and cover. He doesn't need to drop all the way in behind here as he did in the 3v2s. Why does he not need to come into this sort of area? Yeah, okay, because Luke can do that. Any little balls into here, I'm hoping he'll get out nice and quick and do the Schmeichel. Be nice and big and brave. Okay, so Andy's off here. He's still realistically in a position that if Ray does come inside, he can maybe come in and try and prevent the shot and force the ball wide. Maybe take Paddy just in a little bit more. Because again, all we're trying to do is protect the heart of that goal. Now, what have we done there? A wee bit more, Paddy, sorry, just to really emphasise the point. Anything Kieran can do as well? Okay, so he's a recovering defender now because he's not inside. But what he can do is maybe affect the ball this way, put a little bit of pressure and a little bit of panic on that guy on the ball. Another principle that we've got here. Compactness. As we're getting closer to our goal, as I said, we need to protect the heart of it. So we've just got a little bit tighter and we're trying to shut off either little passes through there or shots, more realistically shots on target, shots on goal. Okay, so we've covered a few wee things there. We've looked at pressure, dictating and denying where we're going to go. That'll come from communication from the other boys. Okay, it might be from him. You might decide, whoever's pressing the ball, I'm going to show him inside. But I want you doing that higher up the pitch. Okay, if we're closer to the goal, can you dictate and deny that we're going to try and force the side and keep them away from the goal? We've looked at delay by showing them inside. There's a recovering run here. There might be different ones that we can look at when we get into the game. We've got concentration and a little bit of balance. Okay, there's not a lot of balance because we're so compact here. But if the ball is switched out the guy, just rock it out. Paddy can react to it. Sean's going to drop off. Potentially you can mark that. And Andy's still covering at the back post. A little bit of balance there. But he's also got Paul looked after as well. We've just given a few ideas on things that we're going to be looking for here. That's a big long intervention, by the way. Don't usually be spending that long. Okay, like I said, it's just to plant a few wee ideas. We're going to play. Just going to play a normal match. Okay, so if we shout stop, stand still, then we freeze where they are. Orange team, this is not you parking the bus and sitting back here. If you win the ball, go and score. Okay, it is a wee 5v5. We'll try not to bust you. You ready? Where you go, Courtney? Play from there.
Yeah. Press. Stand up. No, no. Just Courtney. Use that.
Good. He's shown him inside. He's managed to force it back. Good pressure again. And I just want to give him a couple of minutes to get into it. Okay? Don't want to be jumping in straight away. But already there's been a wee incidence of compactness. There's been a little bit of delay, forcing them inside. Why do you think it might want them to play? Why do you want them to play normally and not just sit in? Well, there's another reason. In terms of, I don't want them just to defend all the time, the greens just to attack. Because I want players to be out of position and to be able to coach things like the recovering defender, where he's going to go.
Yeah, pull back. Go, yes. Work on, baby.
He's looking for one of them volleys from yesterday.
Watch out behind you, Paul.
No, he's lapped it. He's lapped it. Just play from you, Al. Stop, stand still. Okay. Paddy, just go back to where. I was waiting to see if the goalkeeper took advantage there, and he did. Okay, so the reason, and I've just said to these guys here on the sideline, the reason that I've asked the Oranges to go and play and attack is what? Okay, yeah, it has to be realistic, it has to be a normal match. And I know the ball went out of play there, and it would have been a goal kick in a normal match. But if, say for example, Andy puts a cross in and you catch it, what's your first thought going to be? Okay, we're looking to counter, because he's probably out of position, which is what has happened. Hasn't helped himself because you've ambled back in. Okay, but what has he now become? Okay, he's a recovering defender, which we've worked on. So we can look at things like coaching his run. We've managed to get a bit of pressure here. So again, as the ball's been travelling out, give it back to our keeper. Just step back in, sorry, Paddy. Yep. Because he's done well, I'm happy with what he's done. Ball's come out and he's gone in and he's forced the play inside, which is what we've asked for. This is maybe the wee scenario that we looked at the other day. Can we delay a little bit longer though? So yes, we want them to try and force the play there. Okay? But what did we say the other day? Come back in. What did we say the other day in this scenario? If you're maybe in a 1v1 and he's got support players on the other side, what type of run?
This way here.
Realistically it will be. What do we need to cut out here? Because again, if I take the eyes of Gary, and he's managed to do it, I've seen him do it in the match. Is there a penetrating pass on for him? It's on, and he's been able to play it. So what do we need to fix? What's the problem? It's the gap, yeah, it's the wee gap here. So potentially, Kieran hasn't recognised, he's recognised it now, but in the match he didn't, because he still left that there. And we said at the start, the diamond's a little bit flatter, okay, when we're defending. And that's why we asked him a few times to tuck in. So it might be, if he can he come in and help Paddy? So it's just into this position. Now if we move him in there, and go and look from Gary's eyes, the pass is threatened a lot more. Okay, so the pass isn't on. It might be the one that we did talk about the other day, come back in, Kieran, go back into where you were, was rather than Paddy coming in like this to try and force them inside, that he just stalls him a little bit and threatens that pass. Remember Sean Paul talked about it? Just threatening, and then when he knows, Kieran, go back in, sorry, a wee bit more, it might be just the peripheral vision here. So if I'm here and I can see